So good morning. This is what's your IGP. I am Ben Zaguirre.
I'm Justin James Gonzalez.
I'm Thomas Ali.
So this project is for CS192 for the fulfillment of CS192. So let me discuss you first the project of what's your IGP. So what's your IGP is its aim is to centralize all the IGPs of the organizations around University of the Philippines Silliman. So it aims to make it easier and more efficient for buyers to show their products and where it's located for all organizations. Meanwhile, it will be more convenient for buyers to see what organization is selling these products, what products are they selling, and where is it located. So there's two types of accounts, which is the user and the buyer. So we'll go through the demo later on, but first we will discuss the back end first of the which is from Justin James and Thomas.
So we can see from models.py the elements that compose the tables. So there's the IGP where it has item. The item is its name. Org is the org that sells the item. I-type is the type of the item. Price is the price of the item. Date posted is when it was posted. The image should have the image of the item. The view is how many times the product has been viewed, and rating is what the rating of the product. While the org has its name, the user that created the name, that created the org, the description of the org, the location of the org, mobile number, and another separate rating. And we have the user that has its name, the college, mobile number, and user type. So the programs is inside the views.py. So we can see the libraries imported here. The sign up function is basically it handles registration of a new user. So if you'd call the form and sign up form and put it in the form, then after providing information, save all the information provided by the user. Then either if the user is buyer or if it is a seller, you redirect to the proper page. Member sign up is if the user from the sign up is an org, there should be a member sign up, which means you're a member of an org, then you'll create your org. There's the create IGP where you input the information about the IGP based from the model's IGP mentioned before. The my IGP, this displays all the IGPs created by your org. The profile, this just displays all information about the user profile. The org profile, since there's a difference from the profile of a buyer and the profile of a seller, there's this org profile which displays other information that is not included in the profile. Then there's list IGP where we list all the IGP, list org where we list all the orgs. There's home which also handles the buyer and the difference between the buyer and the seller. The buyer IGP and the seller IGP, this displays all the IGPs that is seen by the buyer versus all the IGPs from how a seller should see it. The IGP details is when a specific IGP is clicked it displays the details of that IGP and adds one to its views and updates the database. The seller IGP detail is the same as before but for the seller. So it doesn't, so the difference is it doesn't add one to your products.
So the orgs, ito yung, this one shows all the orgs, diba? All the orgs of the, lists, displays all the organizations that is in the database. Org IGPs, display the IGPs of a certain organization. IGP list view. It lists the IGP, and the order of the listing is, from the most recent one to the oldest IGP. IGP create view is the page wherein an organization choose to add another IGP. So this one is the page for that. IGP delete view is after a user tries to delete an IGP, it will redirect to this page. IGP update view. This one is the page when a user or a seller wants to update an IGP. Org list view is same as before. It lists all the organization and the ordering is alphabetical with its name. Org detail view, it shows the details of an organization if you click a certain organization. And org create view is for when a user wants to create a new organization. Org update view is for when a user wants to update the details of that organization. And org delete view is after a user tries to delete an organization, it will redirect to this view.
So that's it for the back end. So from the feedback that we've been getting, the functionality is complete. So technically, the back end is flawless. Besides the recommendation of adding new functionalities like the comment, soon if we were able to deploy that comments with IGP, soon if we were able to deploy it, we might be able to implement that soon. But so far, the feedback from the back end does not cause any bugs, does not cause any form of faults in the sequence of the program. So let's proceed now to the front end. So we have here the different forms of HTML. So we have only forms of HTML. Inside this HTML, instead of having separate files for CSS, the CSS commands are contained in the HTML. And here we can see in the static folder in the app, we can see all the images used in the application itself. So we can see the 1A, 1C, 1JPEG. These are all called in the templates app. So let's first go to the base HTML. So we can see here the base HTML. So for the base HTML, there's two types of base HTML. The first one is for the people that's not registered. The other ones are for the people that are sellers, and the others for the buyers. So we can see here in the base HTML. Let's go. So now, oh god. So you can see here, this is the CSS type. So we can set those styles in the style body. So we've seen that the background color, no one repeat. So this is for the background color, this, and then the other specs for this, it does not repeat. There's no image. We can see the other bootstraps as well, and we can see here the main HTML, where we can see the home, the all IGPs, which we can see later on, because base HTML is for the seller part of the navbar. So we're gonna cut here because the bandicam is for 10 minutes. So let's see you in the part 2. Bye bye.